I'm Jennifer Amigo. I'm going to be reading to you my manuscript, Chapter 1. It's called Leaving, Escaping a Sister Wife Cult of Abuse. I stood at the highest point of Caguas, Puerto Rico, early that sunny morning, which was identical to the last 19 years that I lived there against my will. I was surrounded by a skyline of mountains off in the distance, my feet on an immovable rock. It was a sight people had paid to get a glorious vacation and enjoy this life-giving peace with stunning views. My perspective was the opposite. Although the sky was a cool blue and the day was flawless, deep down I could not fight the turmoil of being trapped and suffocated. He took me there 19 years ago with big dreams and promises, under the fear of God, but nothing tangible or beneficial ever came to reality. Was it a lie? Was I being impatient? Why did I have to stay there? I felt like a dog on a heavy chain, confined to a small radius with no shelter from any harm. Yet there I was, a grown woman of 45, unable to decide, and I wanted to leave him forever and never look back. What if he's right, though? What if God strikes me dead for disobeying the man of God? My thoughts swirled in his deeply embedded doctrines that had brainwashed me. What if I am just a stupid woman like he's told me so many times? What if my intuition is wrong and I will be severely punished for rebellion? How could I think clearly and decide for myself after so many years of submitting to my Lord husband? Was he equal with God? Or did he create his own God that was different from the one in the Bible that I knew? Could he read my mind? Surely he would catch me. I thought about the other moms and the kids who I witnessed being birthed into the world. Could I betray all of them? I was their other mother. I loved them all so dearly. Did their happiness mean more than my own? Isn't being selfish a non-Christian trait? How could I break my 5 kids away from their half-siblings? Besides, would they trust me? Juan had taught my kids not to listen to anything that I said unless he approved it. If they doubted my judgment, they might not want to leave. I cannot live without my precious children. There's no way. But is this the best life for them? We barely have food or safety. We've been walking in circles, secluded for years. Will they drive or go to a college? Does their dad expect them to be his servants here forever? I was dissatisfied and frustrated, very unfulfilled. Surely the kids were too. He fed me a lie. Nothing he promised we would accomplish ever happened. Nothing. It was nonstop disappointment, and I didn't love him. Hell, I didn't even like him. Why did I have to stay? There in late August 2015, I stared again at that sky. I took a strong, deep breath. With a rush of adrenaline, I turned around and began to hike down the mountaintop to the cramped shared home where we lived that last year. It was a small one-family home with 3 bedrooms, 16 children, 3 wives, and their father, Juan. I went into my room, adjacent to his office. I took out a notebook and I began to make a deal with my God. I sat on my mattress on the floor thinking, was it my God, or was it Juan who had me caged? I was more determined than ever to get free. I determined to fast. I wrote the amount of days that this would be and what my commitment to God was. Then I did something I had not done for many years. Draw, write, put color to my thoughts. I began to journal, telling the God in my mind that I needed help. I had to hear his direction for myself no matter what. My words were simply, help me, God, change everything. I knew I had to break all the safe rules I was taught to rescue myself. But I knew that if my God was real, he would surely answer me and get me out of my invisible chains. I sat on my mattress on the floor in my bedroom, questioning again. How did I get here? I remembered the first week we got to this island 19 years ago. And then I slept on a mattress on the floor also. I wasn't as stupid as he said. I was, and somehow I knew the key was inside of me. Because he sold me on so many promises that never happened. I'm still on a mattress on the floor. Like the paralytic at the pool of Bethesda in the Bible, stuck, wanting healing. My gift of playing the piano was important, yet he minimized it. I was used to being the little sister, the slow girl in class, yet paradoxically, the talented one. I was used to being belittled most of my life. In that moment, I decided to type my story into a little homeschool laptop in the heat of Caguas, Puerto Rico. I went back in time, typing a memoir as I journaled. And there, I told myself the answer.